So yesterday we have covered till here, like writing our first code in Python cell, ideally Jupyter Notebook and VS Code. And we have three left topic, like how we can write a comment in the Python and what is single and multi-line comment and how to install packages in Python and how to print and give the input function, like input to the code. So these three things first we will cover, then we will go for the second day of the topic. So in second day, we will cover these topics. Yeah. In the second day, we will cover like what is variables and how to write the variables, like what rules we need to follow, and then what is operator. These topics we will cover today. Now, first we will see how we can install Python libraries in this Python interpreter. So first we need to know like how many libraries are available in Python. So now we have different libraries, like we have pandas. We are using pandas for like some we can say structured data. When we have a structured data and we want to manipulate everything like columns and rows, then we are using pandas. We have matplotlib, like we have visualization in Power BI. Similarly, we have visualization in Python also. So for that, we need to use matplotlib. So we have multiple libraries, 100, more than 100 libraries in Python. So when we want to install anything, we need to like open the Jupyter notebook, and here in the home section, we need to click on this new, and there is terminal. Okay, I'm talking about like only for Jupyter notebook. When we want to install in VS Code, then we need to open the VS Code there. Okay, in different interpreter, we have different options for open this terminal. So if you see here, terminal is like we can say CMD, command prompt. Now, if you want to install anything, there is a syntax like pip install, and then you need to give the name like what you want to install, what libraries you want to install. You need to give mention here. So here I want to install a libraries like pandas. So I need to give here pandas. Fetch the data from the internet and automatically install everything. But if this library is already installed in your system, it will say requirement already satisfied. Okay. Now, suppose I want to install another library. So I need to use pip. And the full form of this pip is package. We can say package installer manager. It is package installer manager. So pip install matplotlib. Matplotlib. Matplotlib is a different library. So it is already installed. So it is saying requirement already satisfied. Similarly, if I want to do this in our VS Code, so we need to open a VS Code. We need to open this in VS Code. In VS Code, the option is different. You need to go here in terminal and you need to go there is new terminal. Here you need to write everything like pip install Python or pip install pandas. Everything you need to write here in the terminal. Okay. So in both the interpreter, we have different like the terminals, and in different terminal, you need to like install for VS Code, you need to install here. And in the Jupyter notebook, you need to install here from here. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm closing this VS Code. Now suppose I want to check, like I want to check how many libraries are already installed in this Jupyter notebook. So we have a command pip list. Either we can write pip list or either we can like write pip fridge. FREEZ. Both are fine. So I am giving here pip list. It will list out all the libraries which is installed here.
Okay.
Okay. And
Mhm.
here you will also get the version name. So what version is it is installed. Okay. You can see every version here. Okay. And if I use a pip fridge, it is similar to this only, but the way of representing in the output is different. It is showing like this. Okay. So it is also showing the folder where it is installed.
Okay, file location also it is showing.
Yeah. Now, suppose I want to install any specific version. I don't want to install like default version. So you need to give here pip install, and then you need to give the libraries like pandas and equal to. After equal to, you need to mention your version. If you know the version, you need to mention it here like 1.20. I don't know whether 1.20 exists, but in a similar way, you need to
Yeah,
write your
understood.
version. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, suppose I want to uninstall any of the libraries. So you need to write here pip uninstall your library name. Okay. So if I do this,
Okay,
it will automatically uninstall the libraries. Okay. It is asking me, do you want to remove? If I press and yes, it will automatically remove. Okay. So this is the way we can uninstall the libraries. And if you want to see like how many libraries are there, Python libraries. So there are many libraries available in the Python documentation.
so what do we do with these libraries?
Yeah. Different libraries have different tasks. Suppose you are working as a front-end developer, like you are a website developer. So you need Django libraries, Node.js, MongoDB. These are the libraries for web developers. Okay, you need to install
Okay,
there. You can write the Python code for making the website. Okay. Suppose I
okay,
I want to use this Python code in our data analysis thing. So I need to install pandas. I need to install matplotlib for making visuals. And suppose I want to make like I want to do something in data scientist, like I want to do linear regression, or we can say there are multiple machine languages are there. So if you want to do any statistic thing, we need to install Seaborn. Okay. So multiple libraries are there, which is like in a different domain. You don't need to learn everything. You need to learn two or three libraries as per your domain. Okay.
okay, okay,
Yeah. So here you will search and you will get like there is one more library. Suppose you want to make an application. You need to download this Tkinter. Tkinter is like you can make your application. And suppose you want to write SQL in Python. So you have PySpark or you have SQL Alchemy. There, if you want to write SQL in Python, these libraries are needed. We have seen all the install libraries are there. Suppose I want to make a list of all the install libraries in a notepad. Okay, suppose I want to migrate all these libraries to another system. So I need to like
okay.
uh, take all the names of the libraries with the version in a notepad. So you need to write this pipe
Pipe list.
l- list, and you need to write here greater than symbol. Greater than symbol means you are appending this. Okay. And here you need to give the file name. Like I'm giving the name requirement dot txt. Okay. So it will save in the same directory like day3 directory, this directory.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
And it will put everything into this requirement txt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If I go there, here, you will see this folder gets created. If I open this, this is a file, not folder. If I see there, you will see all the packages are there with their version. See?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Now, suppose I want to install all this library into my system. I'm creating another file and I'm giving here REQ, and here I'm mentioning pandas, and I'm mentioning Seaborn. And I'm saving this file. I've just mentioned two libraries there.
Mhm.
If I use a pip install -r and req.txt. Yeah, see, pandas is successfully installed, and
What
our
else? Pandas and
Seaborn. So yeah, Cborn is already satisfied. See here, requirement already satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
Cborn is already installed, so it is saying requirement already satisfied. But we have removed the Panda, so Panda is downloaded. Okay,
Okay.
so this is how we can install our libraries. Okay. So, this is our cell, and comment means when we want to write something which is useful for the programmer, but it is ignored by the we can say Python. For an example, this is our code, and I want to write some comment here. So in Python, for writing one line of comment, like a single line of comment, we need to use has, and here we can write our comment. This is the single line comment. So if we run this code, if we run this code, let me copy this and paste into different. Yeah. If we run this code by pressing Shift and Enter, nothing will show for this. Okay. If I write here one, Enter, nothing will show for this line because this is the comment. If I want to write multi-line of comment, we need to use triple double quote. Like this is multi-line comment. So triple, we can use triple double quote or we can use triple single quote. Both are working for this. So if we run this in Jupyter, you will see this thing. Okay. But if you write in between a code, like if I write here print hello, and after this comment, I'm writing one more thing. Now, if I run this thing, you will see only this print hello, which means hello, and print world. So this is known as multi-line of comment. If you want to write by using another way, like triple single quote, you can use this also. Triple single quote. Still, you will get this hello and world. So comment is you can write this comment in your program, which is very useful for whenever you are writing some code, and it is for like other person.
Yeah, yeah. For understanding. Mm.
We know the print function display our output, but we can do more thing with this print function. So first we will see the syntax of the print function. So this is our print function. Here we need to write our we can say our values. So this is our value one. If you have multiple values, so after comma you can write multiple values, comma value three, and then you can write more thing like more values. After that you have after comma you have one argument we can say which is separator SAP. Separator means when we have multiple values we want to print. If we want to use some separator between them, then we use this separator. Okay. After that, we have one and. And means sometime this is our all the values. At the end of this, at the last value, we want to use something like we want to use a space or we want to give the next line. Then we use this and we can say this and separator. And argument. Now, let me show you an example. For an example, I'm writing here, hi, our first value, and then we can say hello, and then we can say Jack. If I run this code, we will see by default we have spaces separated. We have space separator between them. But if I want to use some different separator, so we need to give SAP equal to For an example, I want a next line. It means all these three words print into different line. So we need to use backslash and n. Backslash n means we are printing it into the next line. So if I run this, you will see hi, hello, and Jack in the next line. Similarly, we have backslash t, t for tab.
And where do we
This
have
one,
the backslash
this
in the keyboard?
backslash
The
is
keyboard.
available, yeah,
Yeah.
before enter. Before enter,
Okay,
you need
okay,
to,
got it.
yeah. If I'm giving here word like O, so this will also show between them triple O. You can see here. So separator is for like you can use any word or anything between these words. Now we are using AND argument. For an example, we have one more print function here. Here I'm writing something like something Python practice. So if I run this, you will see like both are printing in the different lines. So it means by default we have AND as a next, we can say next line. Okay, this is by default we have next line. So if I want to use some different thing, like we want to use space, it means these two print will appear in a single line. See here. Now you can see this will appear in a single line. If I use here like U, so you will see after this, like at the end of this first print function, you will see U, and then you will see this Python practice. Do you have any doubt for this AND and separator argument?
No, Praveen.
Okay. Now we are going to like use input function. Input function means when we want to take input from the user, then we use input function. So its syntax is like you need to give the variable or and then you need to give the input, and inside that you can uh, put your message in the double quote or single quote. So this is the basic syntax of input function. Now we will write a program where we will take input from the user. Suppose I'm just giving here input, and here I'm giving a variable num1 equal to input, and inside the input I'm writing the message like enter first value num2, enter second value. And now we are adding both this number. So we are using third variable num is equal to num1 plus num2, and we are printing this now. So we are printing this now. So like this. So if I run this code, so you will see here it is asking me the enter the first number. So if I give here 1, enter, it asks me second number. Then I am giving here 3. I know you will see an error. Let me show you what is the error. Now you will see here this is showing 1 and 3, but the result should be 4. It is showing 1 and 3. Why it is happening? Because input function always take an input from the user and convert it into the string data type. Okay. If I show you, if I show you type of num1, comma, type of num2, then you will see like for an example, I'm giving here 1 and 3. You will see here the data type of num1 and num2 is string data type. So whenever you are doing any mathematical calculation by using program and you are taking the input from the user, you need to convert it into the integer data type. We called it typecasting. For typecasting, you need to use here int. We are typecasting into integer. So here I am typecasting it into integer like this. Now, if I run this code again, 1 and 3, you will see it become integer data type. Okay. So now we can return this num. We return this num by using print function 1, 3, it becomes 4. Similarly, if I want to convert it into float, float means decimal values. So if I write here float, it will give me in decimal form. You can see here 4.1. Okay. So this is known as input function. And we can take multiple input from the user by using this input function. Yeah. What is variable? So variable is basically the name of your data. Like when you want to store anything in the memory and you want to use it in like in the program, but in multiple time, then we need to create a variables. Variable is very useful and it is useful for like manipulating the code. Then we use to create a variable. Suppose we have this memory. Okay, and in every memory we have a location, like 128 is a memory location, 572 is the memory location. So whenever we are creating any variable, this variable is created on a particular location, and it means they are taking that memory location, and inside the memory location we are storing our value. Okay, so for an example, we need to give the variable name. After variable name, you need to give your, after equal to, you need to give your value. So for an example, age is equal to 29. Name is equal to Raj. This is how you can like declare your variable. And the best thing in Python, we don't need to write the data type of the variable. See here, if you are storing the number, you don't need to mention there this you are storing the numerical value. If you are storing the string, you don't need to mention the you are storing the uh, string values or any word. So this is like use like benefit of the Python. You don't need to write the data type of the values. I have already mentioned here, Python is dynamically typed. It means you don't need to declare the variable type, and you don't need to like mention the variable when you are executing, like printing your variables. Now, why we are using variable? Like we want to store some input, we want to hold any intermediate result, or we want to make our code more readable or maintainable, then we are using variables. But when we are writing the variable, we have a rule and we need to follow this rule. Otherwise, this will throw error. There are 5 rules we need to follow when we are writing the variable. So the first rule is here, we need to start the variable by using the words like A to Z in a smaller letter, or we can say alphabet in the capital letter, or we can use underscore. Okay. It means we cannot start the variable by using any we can say number. Okay, let me show you an example. Suppose I want to write a variable by using numbers 1 e, and I'm storing 1. It will throw error. Here it will throw error. So we cannot start the name of variable with the digit. We cannot use, but we can use any small letter, or we can use any capital letter. But the difference is there, variables are case sensitive. Case sensitive means if you are writing a in a small letter, it means a different variable. Print a. See here, it is showing 2. So this small a and this is this capital A. Both are different. We can say different variables, and both are storing different values inside it. We can also use underscore.
Okay.
Under
Yeah. One
underscore.
second.
Yeah.
Here I could see at the left side right
Mm-hmm.
side, down
Mm-hmm.
arrow, up arrow, and star symbol, right side.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
scroll right. What are all
yeah.
those? We'll
These are
discuss
the
later.
like
Or,
these are like suppose this is in the 31 line. I want to
mm,
move it upward. So you if you
mhm.
click here, you can see 31 go moved up. Okay, see here it moved to above 30 or 27.
Okay.
And this plus means you are inserting new cell below. If you are
Okay.
inserting one cell above and inserting one cell below.
Okay.
You can also use underscore while creating a variable. You
Okay.
see here,
Okay.
yeah, underscore. It will show high.
So instead of integer, we can use anything.
Yeah, anything.
Okay. Can we use A1?
Even, yeah. In the beginning, you should not use
Okay. Okay.
integers.
After string, we can do that. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can use.
Okay.
Okay. See this plenty. Okay. Now, the second rule is there. It contain letter, digit, and underscore. Like we have seen already, and we have seen these also. We cannot start with a digit. The fourth is important one. Like we cannot use Python keyword or spaces between them. Okay, Python keyword means some reserved keyword which is the Python reserved keyword. Like if for class, we cannot use these word as a variable. Okay, suppose I'm using we do not need to use keyword if is our keyword. If I'm giving here for is also Python reserved keyword. Again, it will throw error. So we are not able to use these keywords as a variable. And also one thing,
Okay.
if I'm giving here spaces like this is I'm giving space between the name of the variable. This will also throw error. We don't need to give the space. See, this is an error. So either we can give underscore or we can write in the camel case, we can say. In camel case, we can write this. Okay. So then it will not throw error. So this is how we can declare this variable. And the last thing I have already told you, like the variable are case sensitive. It means if you're writing name in a capital N with a capital N and name with a small n, then these are different variable. These are not same. Okay. So these 5 rules are important whenever you are writing the variables. Now we are going to our very important topic. We called it operators. Operators are special symbols, we can say, or keyword that perform operations on variables and values. Okay. And in Python, we have basically 7 type of operators. Arithmetic operators, comparison. Like arithmetic is like for doing some calculations. Comparisons is like when we want to compare two different variables. Assignment is like when we want to assign anything, any variable to another variable, then we are using assignment operator. We have logical operator, like we know like or and not. These are logical operators. And we have membership. Membership is like when we want to check whether if there is any list and we want to check this particular value is coming inside that list included in this list or not, then we are using membership operators. Similarly, we have identity and we have bitwise. We will see one by one everything. If I talk about arithmetic operator, we have we have these much operators we can see. So for
Is it
plus,
automatically populated?
no,
Is this information you updated?
I
Okay.
have updated here. I have written this, like I have written this here and converted it into raw. Okay. The
Oh, that
cell
is
is
the
raw.
reason it is not showing here. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And this one is this arithmetic operator is the heading. If I'm giving more hash, it become like smaller in size. Okay.
Okay.
Now we have these much operators in arithmetic operator. It is easy one. Like suppose I want to print 3 plus 4. We can directly write 3 plus 4. It becomes 7. See here. Let me use
Okay.
this. So plus operator is for adding two things, or we can either give variables. Let me give here variables. A is equal to 3 and B is equal to 4. And if I'm using A plus B, it gives me the 7. Similarly, we have minus A minus B for subtraction. Okay. Similarly, we have this division. This is the basic thing. Division. See here, this is the forward slash. Forward slash for division. Okay. And if I want to multiply this, we need to use here A asterisk symbol B. Okay. These four things are common, but there is one more thing. Like suppose there is double forward slash. Double forward slash means flow division. Flow division means, for an example, if I am changing A to 9. Okay. Suppose I given here A is equal to 9. And if I am dividing it, so it becomes 2.25. It is
Hmm.
in a decimal
What is
form.
it?
Yeah. But
I
if I'm
got you.
use yeah, when I'm using flow division, it will be like in the integer form only. It will exclude the decimal portion. See here, it excluded the decimal portion.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So flow division, sometimes it is very useful whenever you are running the loop, for loop. Then we are using this flow division. And
Mhm.
we have this double asterisk symbol. Double asterisk symbol means exponential. Exponential means power. Like if I want A, like B to the power A, so A double asterisk symbol B. It means 9 to the power 4. Okay, let me give some smaller value. 2, if I'm running this. So it becomes 2 to the power 4, which means 16. Okay, these are the arithmetic operators. Now moving to
Okay.
the comparison operator. Comparison operator means we need to, when we want to compare two values and return true and false. Remember, the result of this comparison operator is always a true or false. Okay, these are Boolean's value we can see. Now we have
Okay.
these much double equal to. When we are using double equal to, it means equal to. And when we are using exclamation symbol and equal to, it means not equal to. Similarly, we have greater than or less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to. Okay, these are the comparison operators. Suppose I'm giving here A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 20. And I'm giving here print A equal to B. I'm checking whether A is equal to B or not. So it is showing false. Okay.
Hmm. Correct. Okay.
If I'm giving here print A is not equal to B, it is showing true. Okay. Similarly, we can write here A is less than B. This one true. If I'm giving A greater than B, it is showing false. So this is how you can use this comparison operator. Okay. Now
Okay.
moving to our assignment operator. Assignment operator we use for assign the values to the variables. Okay. So we have many things like equal to. If you are seeing single equal to, it means it is assign operator. But when you are seeing double equal to, it means comparison operator. Okay. And here you have plus equal to. Let me show you an example. I'm giving here A is equal to 100 and B is equal to 3. And I'm creating more cells. Yeah. Suppose We have this A is equal to 100. I want to create another variable C, and I want to assign this the value of A to the C. Then we are using C equal to B. Now if I print here C is equal to A. If I print here C, okay, let me run this first. I and let me run this again. Now you can see here C is equal to 100. So equal to is for assigning the value. It is assigning the value which is at the left hand side, sorry, at the right hand side and moving to the left hand side. It is moving right to left. We can say this is our right hand side and this is our left hand side. So it is moving from right to left hand side. Now
Okay.
suppose I want to create a variable, C variable, but this time I want to add something. Like this is A and I want to add some values in this A variable. So either you can use like this, A is equal to A plus 1. It means you are adding 1 to the 100 value. If I again print this A, it becomes 100. Okay. If I, so this is the one way. This is the first way you can assign like assign A plus 1 to the A variable. The different way is here, like you can write like this, A plus equal to 1. If I print this, it will show me the same thing. Let me comment this first. If I run this, it become here. If I'm running again and again, it is increasing one time. Are you getting the things?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So plus equal to means this is in the short form. It means A equal to A plus 1. Similarly, we have other thing like minus equal to. Minus equal to means uh, if I'm giving minus equal to means A equal to A minus 1. Okay. Similarly, we have a multiplication. It means A equal to A multiplied by 1. If I'm giving 1. Okay. So these are like assignment operator. These are like assignment operator. Now I am moving to our logical operator. Logical operator is like to use to combine conditional statement. Conditional statement means we have a comparison operator. We can we can combine multiple comparison operator by using this logical operator. So in logical operator, we have three, we can say three operators. And operators. And operators means when both the conditions are true, it will return true. If we are using or, it means if at least one condition are true, it is returning true. Okay. And not is for inverting the result. We can say if we have a true, it will return false. If we have a false, it return a true. Let me show you an example. Suppose I am writing a condition like A is equal to, like I'm assigning two variables. A is equal to 4 and B is equal to 10. Okay. And I'm printing like, suppose I'm just showing this print. My first statement is here. A is less than B. This is our first statement, conditional statement. So if you see here, A is less than 4 is less than 10. This statement is true. Okay. And again, I'm giving here and operator. And again, I'm checking here. A is not equal to 10. This is my second statement, second comparison statement. So our first statement is true, but second statement is not true. And I'm using here and operator. Remember, if you're writing this and operator, always write it in a small letter. Never write it in capital letter. Sometime it will throw error. Okay.
Okay.
So if I'm running this command, it is showing true. Okay. Because, oh, sorry, this first statement is also true and second statement is also true because a is not equal to 10. Okay. If I'm giving here a double equal to 2, then it will throw false because this statement is false, but this statement is true and this statement is false. When you are using AND operator, both the statements should be true. Otherwise, it will throw false. Okay. Let me show you an example. On, we can say chart. See here, this is the AND gate. AND gate is basically the AND operator. See here, if you are giving false, like suppose A is a first condition, B is the second condition. If your first condition is false, 0 means false, and second condition is also false. It means your overall result will be the false. Similarly, if your one of the condition is false, but other is true, again your output will be the false. Okay, but it will be true only if both the conditions are true. This is the meaning of this AND operator. Now clear, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'm clear.
Yeah. So similarly, we have OR. OR means at least one of the conditions should be true. If on and if like this condition is true, but second condition is not true, still it will show true. Okay, at least one. If both are true, then fine. It will show the true in the output. But not is there. Not operator is for reversing the thing. Reversing like it. Uh, suppose we have a is equal to true. True is our Boolean values, we can say. And whenever you are writing Boolean values, remember always write the first letter in a capital letter. If I'm writing in a small letter, this is not this is not Boolean value. It will throw it is simple string, we can say. So whenever you are writing Boolean value, write it the first letter in a capital letter. So I want to print this. If I print this A, it will show true. But if I'm using here not and inside this not I am using a. So it will show the inverted thing. Like if I write here
I
true,
mean,
it
I
will give me
lost a
the
connection for a while.
okay. Okay. So I was saying like this not operator. Not operator means it invert the result. Okay. So suppose we have
Um,
true and we are using not and it becomes false. So I have written
Okay.
this like I have created this variable a and equal to true. True is your Boolean value. Boolean values means like true and false, or you can whenever you are writing the Boolean value, you need to use capital T. Otherwise, it is not a Boolean value. If you write in a small t, it becomes a string. Okay. So remember, whenever
Okay.
you writing in Python, you need to use capital T. And if you are writing a false, you need to use capital F. Okay. So here I have stored this false in the a variable. If I'm printing a, it is showing false. But if I'm using not a, it is showing the inverted result. If there is a
Okay.
false, it is giving me true. Okay. So
Okay.
these are the logical operators we have and or and not. Now moving to our next operator, membership operator. I'm creating some cells. So in membership operator, we are checking the presence, like presence of any value in a sequence, like in a list or in a string. We are checking whether this particular character or particular element is available in the list or string or not. Okay. So for that, we have two operators, in and not in. So in means it return true if the values is present. Not in means if it return true if the values is not present. Suppose I am giving a name. I'm creating a name variable and I'm giving here a row. Suppose I'm giving a row. Now I want to check whether some word like R, R is the character. I'm checking R is present in this name variable or not. Then we are using membership operator. So for that, I'm using print function and I'm checking R in R in name. Okay. So when I'm running this, it is showing true because R is present in this name. Okay. Suppose I'm typing here small r, then it will throw error. It will throw false because small r and capital R both are different. Okay. Suppose I'm checking one. I'm checking is one is lie inside this string or not. So it is showing false. There is no one is
Okay.
not present in this row. But if I'm using a not in means it is showing the reverted result, we can say. If it is not present, it is showing true. Suppose one not in name, it is showing true because one is not present in row. But if
Okay.
I'm using R is present in the name, so it is showing false. So this is the membership operator.
Use O. Use other word. Some O or A or N.
Yeah. If I'm using O, it is showing false because O is present inside it and we are using not in.
Okay.
Okay. If I'm using in, it is showing true because O is present inside it.